I still remember the night I handed over my entire savings to my parents. It wasn't just money, it was years of sacrifice, missed vacations, sleepless nights, and every ounce of hard work I had poured into my career. Their company was on the brink of bankruptcy, and despite everything, I couldn't watch them lose it. "This company is our family legacy," my father had said, gripping my hand tightly. My mother had tears in her eyes, whispering, "You saved us." At that moment, I thought I had done the right thing. The company survived. Slowly, it started thriving again. And just when I thought my efforts would finally be recognized, my parents made an announcement. "We're handing the company over to Vanessa," my father declared at dinner one night. I nearly choked on my drink. "Vanessa," I repeated. "She barely has any experience. She just got her MBA," my mother said, as if that piece of paper made her capable of running an entire corporation. I stared at them in disbelief. I had spent years working, learning, and building my skills in business. I was the one who had poured everything into saving the company, and yet they handed it over to my younger sister, Vanessa, who had never worked a day in her life. Vanessa, who thought being a CEO meant throwing extravagant parties, buying designer bags with company funds, and ensuring her social circle saw her as the ultimate queen. I tried to warn them. "She doesn't understand how to run a company. She'll learn," my father said dismissively. "She's family," my mother added. So I stepped back. I watched as Vanessa turned board meetings into fashion showcases. I watched as she hired her equally clueless friends into high-paying positions. I watched as she siphoned money from the company to fund her lavish trips, throwing yacht parties in Monaco and buying a mansion for business purposes. Then came the lawsuits, the unpaid debts, the collapsing stock, the news headlines screaming about mismanagement and fraud. 3 years later, the company was bankrupt again, and this time I wasn't there to save them. Instead, I was standing in my own office, the CEO of my own thriving company. I built it from the ground up using everything I had learned. While Vanessa was busy ruining our family business, I was making connections, securing deals, and growing something that no one could take from me. Then, one evening, my parents showed up at my office, looking smaller than I had ever seen them. "We made a mistake," my father admitted, his voice barely a whisper. My mother sighed. "Vanessa, she ruined everything." I leaned back in my chair, staring at them. These were the same people who had ignored me, cast me aside when I was no longer convenient, and now they needed me again. But I wasn't the same person anymore. "You saved us once," my father said hesitantly. "Maybe you can?" I cut him off with a simple smile. "I already did, just not for you." I had saved myself, and that was enough.